Today I wanted to talk about this Baldwin double six guitar. This is this was produced in London in 1967, and this was one of the first Baldwin guitars that were made for the American market. They are pure Burns guitars, but for some reason they changed the brand for America. This was the time of the British invasion, and that's why probably they wanted to market British guitars as well. Now I'm playing with the middle pickup, and I really like this sound because it's sort of not anything you know of. So it even reminds you of a mandolin or something. It's really original. But let's hear the other pickups first, and then let's talk about the technicalities. This is the neck pickup, which is of course slightly different. So that's your classical soft 12-string sound. Even reminds you of a 12-string acoustic. And here is the bridge pickup. So that reminds you of a Rickenbacker. These pickups are trisonic originals from the 60s. Trisonic pickups are very new to me, but they seem to be very powerful in the sense that you don't need any extra gain. Now there are two sorts of trouble with this guitar for my taste, because I used to play Rickenbackers. Now, first of all, this neck is really wide. It's still hard for me to get my hands around it. It's really wide, very different from a Rickenbacker neck. So you really have to take some time to get used to this very, very heavy neck. It's even heavier than anything you've seen with Gibson or Fender. It's really something, it's really even thick and wide. This is probably a nice neck if you have large hands. My hands are smallish, so I really have to do some work with this guitar. The other problem I've had with this guitar is that this really has a lot of information coming out. So you don't really get the perfect sound immediately. What I've done is I've added the compressor. Usually people do that with 12-string guitars. I'm using the EBS compressor that I use with most of my guitars. Then it needs some echo, because otherwise it sounds a bit harsh. And then I'm using this Koch pedal tone sort of preamplifier, because it sounds, if you use it very clean, it sounds very much like a Fender Twin. So it has a lot of headroom, and then I put it into a direct inbox and into this PA amp, the Bose S1 Pro. The thing is, this has a three-way pickup switch, as you've heard. This is the neck, this is the bridge. This is the middle pickup. And here's the neck. But you have no combinations, so this is not a five-way toggle like you would have in Stratocaster, for example. So you just have one pickup at the time. I'm personally very fond of this middle pickup, and the sound is, to my liking, very much. It's sort of this pushy, middly sound that I like very much. I said, this has a lot of gain. You can add some gain if you like, but it becomes really different. You know, it reminds me of the 60s bands like The Who. And then if you play more, say, country kind of stuff, the good thing to do is to use a lower output level from the volume knob, like this. Turn it a bit lower. It becomes much softer. So, would I recommend this to a beginner? Not at all. This is a guitar that needs a lot of work. You really need to figure out the amplification system that's good for your playing style. And this is not an easy guitar to play. This is very heavy. This is about 4.5 kilos. It's sycamore tree. This is the way guitars were made when I was a child, 56 years ago. But I would definitely give this a try if you're interested in coming up with very strange sounds. This is good for finding new kinds of songs and styles. If you're playing alternative music, this might be your thing. But definitely try some other easier guitars first. See you later. Bye.